Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. Hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to have a little message at the end of this video. You need to stick with it to the end. Separate video, part of the video. We're going to talk about, again, talked about yesterday. This is J.D. Davis. An article's just come up, just popped up. Just a little while ago, and it's about J.D. Davis from Joel Sherman in the New York Post. I watched the game today on MLB Network, the Mets versus the Cardinals. There was a nothing score. Met bullpen pitched pretty well. Pitching against the Mets was pretty good. I'll tell you, that broadcast, man, these Midwesterners are rough, some of them. I now have the three worst broadcasts in baseball. This is how I look at it. The Cardinals, the Braves, and the Tigers. From what I've seen, what they put on MLB Network, those are the three worst in Major League Baseball. The worst broadcasts. I swear. This broadcast, I know this broadcast with the Cardinals sucks. Chip Carey is like his father, Skip Carey. He used to do the Braves games all those years down in Atlanta. Just horrible. Anyway, that's what you wanted to watch. But we have, from the New York Post headline, Mets having serious talks with J.D. Davis and telling Brett Baty Mark's Vientos sign. Well, that's a problem. Talked to a Mets official and they will publicly praise the work of Brett Baty and Mark Vientos. They will say both are making the team out of spring training regardless of if they make a late addition. Yet they are at minimum considering a late addition. Top team executives met again Thursday to discuss if J.D. Davis fit their roster and 2024 agenda. And they are not doing it just as a due diligence exercise. They have real interest in a reunion with the righty swinger, who was officially released on Monday by the Giants not long after they signed Matt Chapman to play third base. Mets have spoken multiple times to Davis' representative, Matt Hannaford. A decision where Davis goes is expected in the next few days. Now, I would mention a couple things. I was going over Davis's numbers. I have to apologize. I thought his OPS plus was under the league average. It's 3% above the league average. So he was 103 OPS plus. And I was very surprised to see how good his numbers are with the Mets when he played for the Mets in terms of his OPS. His average numbers are higher than they were with the Giants the last year and a half. So just to make a correction. Davis was due to make $6.9 million with the Giants in 2024, but instead received termination pay of $1.1 million as a righty with some power, an ability to play first or third, and a 103 OPS plus last year and 118 OPS plus over the last five. Davis has drawn interest beyond just the Mets, with whom he played 335 games from 2019 until an ill-fated deal to San Francisco at the 2022 trade deadline. That's very true. I mean, that trade was a disaster because then they brought in Darren Ruff. That was not a great trade deadline move by the Mets. His move and the move for Vogelback. The Mets began the offseason envisioning that Ronnie Mauricio could be their 2024 third baseman, or at least fight it out with Baty and Vientos. But he tore his ACL in December and is probably lost for the season. Mets have praised the work of Baty and Vientos, but scouts that have followed the team this spring have been more dubious if either has the defensive chops to handle the position. With Baty, there is wonder if he is also still playing too edgy and putting too much pressure on himself, which was an issue last season. Nevertheless, with 2 weeks until the opener, the Mets were still dedicated to their overall philosophy for 24, making sure that they learn about their youngsters while trying to contend. Thus, Baty and Vientos are earmarked to both make the club. With Baty is the primary third baseman, Vientos getting a large dose of DH at bats. Now, here's the thing. Let me just continue on with this article. Can Davis fit in that ecosystem? Their answer is yes, though it would guarantee DJ Stewart begins the year in the minors. And G-Man Choi and Luke Voigt would be able to opt out if not told they are on the opening day roster. The bench will then be Omar Narvaez as the backup catcher. Davis moved between third, first, and DH, and Joey Wendell is the backup infielder, and Tyrone Taylor is the fourth outfielder. Without Davis, that last positional roster spot likely goes to Choi or Stewart to provide a lefty counterbalance to Vientos. It's a tough call. Davis is a righty, but you have guys that are left-handed. They could use that left-handed pop off the bench. It's a very difficult. This is a difficult move. Just one. Just to sort of. But he is insurance. He gives them an option if Baty or Vientos don't make it. And they do have an option to put Stewart in the minors if he's here. And he's not a very good defensive player. That's the one. But he can play defense. And it doesn't seem like they're going to be making a move for Martinez. So, if the Mets were 100% sold that Baty and or Vientos could handle this position well, they would not be at least trying for Davis. He would at best be veteran depth, and at worst a safety net if all goes to hell at the high corner. That's really what it comes down to. David Stearns, at the behest of Steve Cohen, thinks that the Mets should keep looking for something. So let me know what you think about this. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to give you a little message about what I'm doing online on YouTube. Okay. So I want to send out my thanks to everybody that has been a subscriber to my all my things that I do online, in particular on YouTube. I was trying to get another channel monetized over the last, really the last 90 days, or the last month and a half. I've been working really hard to get this one other channel monetized, to get the hours up on it, and that did not happen. YouTube said I don't want to get into it. But what I've decided to do is I've decided to shift my WFAN content onto this channel, which was the Football HUD, the Baseball HUD archive, and put it there. And I want to and it's been growing pretty good the last 2 days since I've done this. So I'm going to put the link in the description of this video and hope that you go in there and subscribe to that channel. So if you like me goofing on WFAN, subscribe to that channel. I'll have different things. I have a lot of baseball card videos on there already, which I've been doing over the last 2 weeks or so. But I like to pivot. All I need to do is get to 3,000 hours and get the channel partially monetized. But I could use some more subs in there. And if you want to support me, that's a great way to do it. I also have a Patreon, which I have a comic book on it. But I would like to have a lot of people come from here, go over there and help me support the Patreon there. Because also some of that money will go towards what I do online. I'm not too particularly happy with this mom and pop way of doing these videos anymore. I'm getting tired of it. Because I think that's what's holding a lot of stuff back here on the Baseball HUD. But if you go there, become a Patreon, become a patron, I would prefer if you be a paid patron in there, drop $1 or whatever. Also, can't forget, on this channel, I take super thanks. I know I've gotten a lot of great super thanks over the last year or so. So if you go in there and give me a little support, I made a major purchase in my life. I don't want to get into it right now, but I could use a little help after the purchase. So if you go in there and help me out a little bit, and it'll help the channel out as well, because everything that I've done on here is because what I've done in my life outside of this channel and the money that I've been able to make doing these videos on the Mets and on America's team, our favorite team, the Mets, is all because of you. And I cannot thank you enough, because it's because of you that I've been able to do these things now in my life. So thank you for watching. Of course, check out, and all the links will be in the description of this video. Patreon is there, and of course the Baseball HUD archive is there. And I thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.